Part of our bigger mission at St. Peter's is to care for the community, and child care is one of our community's greatest needs.
When I arrived at St. Peter's Health almost 8 years ago, I heard about the desire for a new Pete's Place. When I heard about it, I thought, oh yeah, that makes total sense to me. I like that idea. I think we can make a difference in the lives not only of our employees, but in the lives of their families.
We've had Pete's Place for some time. Small house beside the hospital, very limited spots, and many of our staff have been on the wait list for a long time. In fact, I understand that there are some kids and families on the wait list and their kids don't even need childcare anymore. It's just been years.
Part of my interview process that they said, now the hospital has a daycare, and I was very excited about that. And then when they told me that the waiting list was almost 2 years long, it was disheartening actually, because I had kind of hoped for that stability and knowing that, my employer would have a solid place that my children could be safely cared for while I was working. My kids did not ever fit into Pete's Place because they were overfull.
I actually approached my boss and said, I'm looking at having to leave because I don't have childcare. She tried to help me get into Pete's Place because she didn't want me to leave or cut hours.
I have had a lot of people in the past, staff, who get on waiting lists when they're pregnant, and they may not have a daycare spot once they have their baby. And so they can't come back to work because they don't have anywhere for that child to be.
I would say childcare is the biggest stressor I've ever had, which is weird. I have 2 little boys and daycare is a stressor, but it's hard to get in anywhere.
The greatest challenge in operations is having the workforce that we need to take care of our patients. Childcare came up repeatedly when we ask our employees what they need. And so anything we can do to recruit and retain and support our workforce so that they can focus on taking care of the community.
Hiring good people and retaining them. The child care program does promote that. I mean, that's been a real mainstay for keeping good employees.
And so when the opportunity came along to lease the old Ray Bjork building, the space problem became less of an issue.
The old facility definitely served its purpose for many years. It was a house on a corner, and it housed 48 kiddos.
It was cramped and it was crowded, but they really made the most out of it.
To go from an old home that has been retrofitted here and there a little bit to try to kind of work, to now this beautiful facility, to go from 1,500 square feet to 20,000 square feet that is specifically designed to take care of kids and help them learn and grow.
Lots of hard work went into it. There's so many people that gave up endless hours of trying to make this project happen. People wanting Pete's Place to expand.
We've seen so many amazing staff, amazing nurses not be able to work as much as they want to because of difficulties with childcare. It's been a desert for a long time around here.
I had been on the wait list about 3 years for my firstborn. We waited, and then my 1.5-year-old, I was pregnant with him and got him on the wait list. Since they expanded into the new Ray Bjork, they were able to get my kids in right away. It's comforting knowing that they're at a reliable, affordable daycare now that I trust,
It took a while to make it happen and to find the right opportunity. But what we ended up with, we just couldn't have imagined how great it would have turned out.
Oh, it's really great. You can see, I see a lot of young families, and you can see a little weight lifted off their shoulder that they have more options and more capacity.
It's really important for women specifically to feel comfortable knowing that they want to have that career, they want to have their children in daycare, but knowing that they actually can, knowing that they don't have to stay home with their children if they don't want to. And if they want to, then by all means, but we want to give them the option that they get to choose.
I think of child care more like cribs and feeding them and just taking care of them kind of superficially that way. Pete's Place is different. Pete's Place is educational. I mean, these kids, no matter how young they are getting educated.
This isn't just a place where kids are just spending their day. This is a place where kids are learning and growing and interacting and developing.
My 3-year-old the other day was telling me all these opposites. Like, how do you know what opposites are? Like, did you learn this at school? He's like, yeah.
I've had 2 kids now who went into kindergarten and just were completely prepared. They were actually bored for the first couple of months because they just had such an amazing background. They were reading at such a great level, and they could just really thrive in elementary school. Obviously, a testament to how much I trust Brandy and all the teachers there. I mean, it's just been phenomenal, and I have 3 amazing testaments of how well they do.
If I didn't have childcare, then I would not be able to work at St. Peter's anymore. And by them providing childcare for me, I'm able to continue to do what I love.
I think that the best moment I had with all the stressful times with getting the merge and moving and everything was when all of the kids' furniture showed up. It was all these mini chairs and little tables and very high quality stuff that we haven't seen. We couldn't afford it. It was definitely that moment. I was just so proud of St. Pete's.
If you're on the fence trying to figure out where you should help in the community, if one of the thoughts or one of the opportunities is St. Peter's, you have to say, why not? And if you can answer that why not, better to give than to receive, as they say.
What do you think? Do you like them having more space? Do you like the new playground, Colette? I feel like that's your favorite part. What's your favorite part of the new playground? The swing.